Ladies and gentlemen, is my mic working? Yes. Welcome to Feral Friday with Publicly Buzzed. Thank you so much for being here tonight. How late were we? Only 11 minutes. That wasn't so bad. I'm going to blame Dan's smoke break pre-show for that. Hold on. I don't hear him talking. Hold on. Let me get you in here. Hold on. What's up?
Don't talk shit without me. Don't talk shit unless I can defend myself.
There's the late asshole.
God damn it!
He said,
I was here at 11:30 or 10:30 sharp.
It was 10:28. He's like, "Let me go get a smoke."
It was 10:25. It was. I paid attention to the time.
I'm just joking. What are you doing tonight, Dan? What are you doing tonight? Man, our special guest, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Duett. How you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you guys?
I'm good, brother.
Doing good.
Make sure everybody. Yeah. I was making sure.
Super stoked to be here. Thank you guys so much for asking me to come on your lovely stream.
Dude, thank you for being here. It's amazing.
Yeah, we're stoked that you're here. You are an incredibly interesting dude, honestly. Like, I know, like we were talking to you beforehand, and you're not trying to put yourself over, but you are, man. You've had a pretty interesting life.
Depends who you ask, I guess. I don't know.
Well, yeah, man.
Well, if you ask me, it's very interesting.
I think so also. First of all,
let's talk about it.
Before we get rolling, before we get in there, I just want to shout out real quick everyone in chat. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Please, as we get throughout this interview, please hit that like. It helps us out on YouTube. It helps get us into the algorithm. Share it out. Let people know that you're hanging out here with Publicly Buzzed tonight. Share it out on X, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it, on Facebook. Let your communities know that you're here, and we appreciate the hell out of it. Jay, thank you so much for hanging out, all the mods. And, yeah, we're going to rock and roll. But, yeah, Chris, dude, yeah, let's talk about it, dude. You've had a fucking wild-ass life, man.
A little bit.
Before we even get into a lot of people, and this is how we found out about you, at least I did, through Jay, the podcast that you did have where you interviewed notorious killers and serial killers.
Right.
So, like, before we actually get into that, though, what was your life like kind of before that, Chris? Because, I mean, before starting the actual podcast physically, like, I already know you had some interest in serial killers, but, like, what was your life kind of like?
Right. So, I mean, for the people who don't know me, we can take it back to the beginning, and I can kind of carve out how I got to sitting here with you guys right now.
Sir, yeah.
And I'll keep it under 5 minutes. So,
and there's no time frame either.
1989, I was 5 years old, saw the coverage of the execution of Ted Bundy on the news because I live in Central Florida, and that happened in about 2 hours from me. So it was all over the news at the time, no internet, and I remember all the people cheering for his execution. And I had asked my mom, like, what's going on? Like, they killed that guy. I was like, why are people cheering about it? She was like, oh, he was this bad guy that killed a lot of people. And he did it for, cause he thought it was fun, and it was just not good. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. I was 5 years old, and I'm 39 now. I still remember that. So,
I'll stick with you.
Yeah. A couple years later, we had, Danny Rolling here as well, another serial killer in Gainesville. And same thing, it was on the news and stuff. I had asked my mom about it, and she was like, yeah, he's, killing students in Gainesville and cutting their heads off and all this stuff. And then that same year, I think I was like 7 or 8 at this point, my favorite uncle that I was really close with walked into his job that he worked with his ex-girlfriend, this woman he had been dating for a while. We got to know and stuff. He would bring her around, and he walked in there and he stabbed her 3 times, and he left a knife in her, and he ended up going to prison for attempted murder. I remember going to his court hearings. I literally spent my weekends from when I was, I think, 8 to 16. My weekends were spent at a prison visiting my uncle. And I remember, my uncle telling me, like, pointing other guys out on the visiting yard saying, hey, that guy did this and that, so he's pointing out like these notorious inmates and everything. And
getting in your head early. Yeah,
you're surrounded by murderers. And so it's just like, maybe I was a bit desensitized. But I grew up, I became a bit of a shithead myself. Crime, violence, things like that. I settled down when I met my now wife. in 2008, got married, chilled out, and this whole time I've read true crime books since before there was a true crime section at the bookstore. You just got to find them in the society part, and it had interested me for a very long time, and I was reading textbooks and all this stuff, and I was just like, I feel like I'm not getting close enough. And in 2009, I fired off a handful of letters to a bunch of murderers that had cases that interested me. First letter I got back was the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez.
That's great.
One of the scariest motherfuckers to ever walk this earth.
He's a weird dude. He was really weird.
Before we get into any specifics, I have a question. So did you actually interview any of these guys or people in person?
Well, I mean, so the serial killers and stuff, aside from, my uncle and things like that, the murders, I've done some video, like they have emails and video chats and all this stuff now. So we can do what we're doing now, basically.
That's pretty interesting. Wow.
Yeah. So, and I talked to, tons of phone interviews. Yeah,
So it was letter correspondence, emails, phone, but not you didn't do a lot of in person, going to the jail yourself.
No.
Gotcha.
No, because I've interviewed people all over the country, and I mean, so at this point it's over 150.
Really viable. Yeah.
It's over 150. There's no way I'm just constantly beating the road, getting face to face with everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
So back to so Richard Ramirez was the first one who actually got back.
Yeah.
Hold on. I do want to just call these out before they disappear on me. Jay, and this is very important too. What is your stance, Chris, on Subway oatmeal raisin cookies?
Subway has the best cookies.
You damn right.
Whoa! So Stevie's. We've learned since last night that Stevie is not alone on this. There have been several people back Stevie up.
So the only thing I will get from Subway is cookies, and that's true.
Whoa, Jay just lost his mind. Jay in his living room right now is pacing and freaking the fuck out. Holy shit, dude. Jay,
I just lost all credibility.
Last night,
all credibility with Jay.
Who walks into Subway and just buys cookies? I didn't even say that. I was like, man, I get a sandwich, I get the chips, I get the drink.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
You're not alone, baby.
I'm the weirdest guy on the planet, though, so that's not a good thing.
So last night, just a little backstory, Chris, is last night we had a little bit of a segment where Stevie said that his favorite cookie on the planet is the oatmeal raisin from Subway. That's his favorite cookie.
That's my favorite cookie.
That's a bit
the oatmeal raisin, and it started out because I was actually shitting on oatmeal raisin cookies, period, because they're bullshit.
They're okay.
For one, I hate raisins.
Dan has opinions.
Raisins kind of suck. If you take the raisins out, you have a better cookie. Or
just a fucking regular oatmeal cookie is way better. But then Stevie fucking goes and says it's his favorite cookie, but not only the oatmeal raisin cookie, it's the Subway specific oatmeal raisin cookie, which is blew everybody's minds.
I'm not going to do this again, but I like cookies that from a grocery store, if they're made by the ladies that are making them that fresh, that put them in the container fresh that day. I don't want the Keebler Elf cookies. I don't want the brand cookies.
Chips Ahoy, none of those. You ain't gonna eat Oreos. None of those. None of those. I mean,
they're fine. They're good.
They're fine.
But if I'm gonna go get a damn cookie, I'm gonna go to Subway. I'm gonna get an oatmeal raisin fresh ass cookie.
What about crumble cookie or these boutique cookies? You guys probably don't have that in West Virginia, huh?
I don't know. I haven't heard about that one.
Yeah, not really. No.
I would try any cookie.
You guys don't get the fancy cookies.
I mean, we've got Cookie Company. Is Cookie Company a famous or a fancy cookie?
I don't think so.
I don't think he's even heard of Cookie Company. That's in our mall, which is dying. Right. It has 3 stores.
But I'm going to go with no, it's not a fancy cookie company.
I think that's a little bit of a chain. I'm not sure.
If it's in a West Virginia mall, I'm going to say no, it's not a reputable cookie boutique. I'll go with
You're talking cookies. Mom and pop. Is that what you're talking about?
No, these are big time corporate cookies, but it's good stuff.
Hey, Holly Berry, I'm gonna hit
I don't know if we have any.
See, someone in the chat said crumble cookies are legit.
Oh shit!
I'm not T-Pain. Thank you.
I would love to try. one of those because we don't have enough cookies in West Virginia or in the area of West Virginia we're from.
Well, we have
anyway.
the cookie, so it don't really matter.
We've got Subway, baby.
Subway cookies. That's all you need.
I wanted to shout that out real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off with some cookie banter, but
This is brought to you by Subway.
this Richard Ramirez.
Dude, it needs to be. Stevie needs to be getting kickbacks.
I think they need to sponsor the show. I mean, they need to get into the serial killer game over here.
Yeah. Come on, Subway. What's up?
What are we
Dude,
doing?
fast food restaurants are getting wild out there. I don't know if you've seen like Wendy's Facebook or is it Twitter?
Wendy's accounts are nuts.
They go crazy, man. They even get very controversial sometimes.
I like it. I'm a big fan.
I do too. It's hilarious, is what it is.
Yeah, I like the chaos.
Got cookie outrage.
It's been a debate since last night. Honestly, it's been all over Twitter and Jay's stream today.
I mean,
set the world on fire.
Did. I can't believe you have followers, and here it comes Chris saying that Subway has the best cookies. Wow,
they're legit. They got some serious cookies. Yeah,
cookies.
Yeah, you can't shit on Subway cookies.
At least even Chris didn't go as far as the oatmeal raisin.
No, they wouldn't, Jay. No, they wouldn't.
What do you go for? You go for the white macadamia, the chocolate chip?
I'm a chocolate chip guy.
Yeah,
Chocolate
me
chips
too.
are good. They're good.
Chocolate chip
Keep it,
all the way.
Keep it simple. Yeah.
And I like those, but like I'm not. But here's the thing. Now Subway is bad for running out of a certain one, and then you've only got some options. So I do like a chocolate chip cookie. But
and
the main
reason,
you not just say that you are not a cookie snob because you're sounding really fucking cookie
sound a little
snobbish.
snobbish.
a little bit.
You're right. You're right.
Like if I don't get my first pick, then I gotta kind of dabble between the bench warmer.
We gotta make sure.
I get the leftovers.
Yeah.
Everybody got all the best oatmeal raisins, and it doesn't work.
I'll find
Those are always the ones left. So quit acting like they're not.
Jay's a chocolate chip guy, but Jay's not a Subway chocolate chip guy. Jay's probably
He could be.
Keebler. He's sucking the Keebler Elf cookie dick. I don't know.
Keebler Elf is like those little. I don't even know what.
That
like,
doesn't count.
Yeah. But like, go fucking get a grandma's cookie from a gas station. They're soft. Those shits are fucking
grandma
good.
Cookies are real good.
Grandmas are soft. Grandma
oatmeal raisin again. Here we go.
Yeah, get off the oatmeal for just 2 seconds.
Get off the fucking raisin.
There's other types. Yeah, there's other types of cookies. Like you don't have to put raisins in everything.
The double fudge ones are okay too, but
the main reason I fucking hate oatmeal raisin cookies is because if you like don't know where you're getting, if there's just like a batch of cookies and that they could be mixed, and you fucking you'll see an oatmeal raisin and it looks just like a chocolate chip, and then you fucking you just snatch a cookie up and you take a bite. Nope, that's disgusting.
The old bait and switch.
The old bait and switch. The old switcheroo.
Oh, Jay's trying to shout out Entenmann's.
Oh, God.
That's the cookie rant.
The cookie debate will roll on into the next stream, I'm sure.
This is going to go on for weeks.
All right, back to the story, Chris.
Every guest that comes on is going to be asked about the oatmeal cookie.
You gotta take the cookie test. So back to the story. Got real deep into talking to these people and getting as much info as I could from them, and then afterwards figuring out what's pertinent and what wasn't and how to use the info. And I teamed up with back in 2014. I teamed up with Dr. Maurice Godwin. Him and I worked on a geographic profile for the Daytona serial killer who's now been caught, and it was very accurate. So. So I think our anchor point, I gathered the data. Dr. Godwin used his Predator software, and he ran it through. And I think the anchor point in the profile was less than a mile from where the serial killer was living at the time. His name's Robert Hayes. He's been caught since. He's in prison in Florida. He killed another woman in South Florida, 3 women in Daytona. Anyways, got interested in that. Got interested in trials. I attended the Casey Anthony trial in person. Just, couldn't get enough of the whole anything to do with murder, basically, or violence.
It's very interesting.
It is. I was taking college lecture courses during the pandemic on violence and stuff. I'm always learning. I love to learn, started a podcast in 2019. Oh, I should take it back a little bit. In 2014, someone from Vice Media got a hold of me. I ended up being a contributing writer for Vice. I wrote a piece about my interactions with murderers. They liked it. I wrote a little bit more for them, did some other stuff. That led me to getting on some podcasts. Some podcasters encouraged me to do my own podcast. So I noticed there was not anything in the true crime genre where they're actually talking to the killers. And I had that access. So I started a show where we interviewed the murderers directly. On the show, I think I interviewed 80 something over the phone while they're in prison. And I did that for about 2 years and stopped doing the podcast. And here I am. People are still interested, I guess.
Yeah, dude. No, that's that's fucking crazy.
So how did the interview process work? Like you just write them, like get their address and write them?
Yeah, basically.
Would they ask for money? Like how did that work?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, so I would never, all of them want money, regardless of why you're writing them. They want anything they can get. They're in a very, controlled environment where there's not a lot of shit, and comfort is a luxury. And so they just try to be comfortable. And if they can get stamps from you, they'll try to get stamps, anything. Yeah. I wouldn't pay them for interviews or anything like that. I wouldn't feel right about it. I would send them money for phone time and for stamps and for things to correspond with me, because I was the one soliciting them. And sense, yeah, I wanted to be fair. And also you're trying to build a rapport and everything. So, I mean, I think I would try and keep things on the up and up without crossing boundaries. And it's all a game. You're trying to get them to do what you want. They're trying to get you to do what they want. And one of you is trying to get more, than having to give. So
yeah.
You're dealing with manipulators.
That's what I was about to say. In real time, you can feel that manipulation happening.
Oh yeah. You
would start out just writing letters. Is that
yeah. Wow. 2009. I think I sent out like a dozen letters, and then after a few weeks, they just slowly started to come back. And then, Richard Ramirez, and then another serial killer on death row in San Quentin, I think, was the second one to write me back. His name was Philip Carl Jablonski. He's since died. He's one of the absolute worst. And not a lot of people have heard about him. He's horrible.
Philip Carl Jablonski?
Philip Carl Jablonski.
I'm going to put him in my notes right now.
Totally horrible human being. And
oh shit, I forgot the name, but I read about him recently only because I was deep diving into you and came across this name. Yeah, you had said it was either something I read or maybe even one of those interviews. But yeah, dude, go ahead. Sorry, this one's fucked.
So Jablonski, gnarly dude, was always writing me letters talking about. He was my first. So Ramirez was a little fucked up. He was weird. He would ask me to go to the beach and take pictures of girls in bikinis and send them to him, which is total weirdo shit that I just do not want to be involved in. Right. And send him pictures of girls' feet and shit like that. And it was just weird.
Just wanted to show this dude.
Hey, did they ever
make a reasonable request that like you would actually do to kind of stay on their good side? Like that stuff's out of control. I understand that, but I don't know, just like something reasonable. Like you mentioned the beach. Obviously, he had a perverted vision of what he wanted. But what if they just wanted to see the open ocean? Like you would do something like that to kind of keep on their good side.
Yeah. If it was an innocent
request,
innocent, that I felt wasn't jeopardizing my morals or anything like that. If I think it would further my interaction with them, I would consider it. Yeah.
And that's actually a good segue to a question I had written down for you is, did they ever become so friendly with you that they like sent you stuff like drawings or gifts or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Greeting cards. One of them sent my my wife a card. I
Like
forget, it
birthday
was
card,
like,
holiday stuff?
yeah, it was like a Mother's Day card, something like that. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
one of them drew the creepiest fucking picture for one of my kids.
Oh, wow.
I've gotten lots of weird shit like that.
Anything like that sticks out, like specific, that's like a gift wise that you might want to mention, like just something that you thought was either thoughtful or just super interesting?
God, one guy used to send me like a letter every day and would cut out like articles of magazines that he thought I would like and stuff.
So some of them are probably actually trying to be your friend, like actually, right?
I would imagine, because they're so lonely, right?
Yeah. They're like, this guy's
when they get
interesting.
correspondence, they exactly, yeah.
So when you're talking about prison, not everything is. So prison's very predatory, but it's not just predatory as in like busting up in your cell, like give me your fucking cakes and like or whatever. It's some are emotional predators. Some want your time. They prey on your time. So like there's lots of different ways to prey. So yeah, some of them they do. They want your time. They want your a reciprocal investment to make them feel like someone gives a fuck about them. Because they're in this horrible environment. It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask.
Go ahead, Steve.
Just having last week on having Carrie on here, like you did correspond a little bit with her father, right? With BTK.
Yeah.
Did you just do that with letters, or did you speak with him?
No, just letters. And he's fucking weird. He would never write me back a letter. He would just take my letter and make little side notes and like just kind of
grade it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
And that dude, knowing as much as we know about him, that makes fucking sense, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like that's just how like his time is so important. He can't even take the time to like write out a proper response. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Lots of. And he was grading your fucking letter to him, like, and then that's his response. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
The more I've learned about, dude, and here's the thing, like, there's so many, and again, I've always been into true crime, grew up watching Unsolved Mysteries, getting into having a true crime channel, but like the deeper I get into the shit, there's more and more of these actual serial killers with these body counts that I'd never even heard of, dude. Like there's like a laundry list of these fucking guys.
There's a lot.
You have the ones that are, massive, the ones that catch the news for whatever reason, but dude, there's so many other ones with high body counts that are just out there, and the stories, man, and again, you said you were in Murder Church hanging out a couple of weeks ago, or maybe last week with Jeffrey Dahmer. I think it's insanely interesting how different, and of course, being human beings, we're all going to be different, but taking someone like Dahmer or taking someone like Kemper, and I think they're completely fucking different than someone like BTK. Like where he is still to this day still trying to play these games, manipulate people, where you have the interviews that we can watch with Kemper, he was trying to, help or whatever, he was trying to actually, he turned himself in after his last murders. And it's almost like something broke in his brain. I feel like the same way with Dahmer, something like clicked where these guys are actually can't not stop and they're fucked up. And when they get called, it's like relieving, right? BTK was still trying to play these fucking games to the end, and still is to this day, maybe.
Well, I think even like to get through to BTK, like have him truly respond to you, like imagine, like I think if you trolled him, right? Like if you trolled him in your letter, like an internet troll, like you've kind of like you got a bunch of shit wrong in the letter. You know what I mean? Or fucked with him in the letter. I bet he would be impulsed. It'd be impulsive for him.
How dare you write to me and you don't even know these details?
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Like
I think he would just ignore somebody like that and just be like, they're not worth my time. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. I think it would be like he almost have to like correct them.
He's one of the people, like he won't take you seriously if you don't know your shit.
Oh, gotcha.
And there are some like that because they take themselves so seriously.
That makes sense too, and that is BTK for sure.
Yeah.
Such a crazy narcissist. This is a good question, and maybe you've learned this through some of your correspondences with some of these people. Which prisons had the worst conditions through these people talking to you? Did you guys get into that? Like how bad it was there?
Oh yeah. All of them want to talk about prison conditions. I mean, of course, all of them are shitty.
Were you talking to people? I guess my real question from this would, or to combine with that, would be from the array of people that you talked to around the country. Like, what kind of area had the worst kind of the conditions, just from kind of secondhand?
Yeah. So Texas death row is probably the most oppressive and unpleasant. California death row is pretty shitty. Florida's not that great, because there's it ought to be in Kentucky. I would talk to death row inmates who have PlayStations in there and like TVs and gym equipment and things like that. And then you talk to someone on death row in Texas and they're like, yeah, we don't even have fucking air conditioning. Like it's horrible,
Wow, that's pretty
yeah.
I wouldn't expect TVs and PlayStations on death row anywhere. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was probably like 8 or 9 years ago. I don't know if it's still like that, but yeah, they had video games, and Indiana's the same way. Indiana years ago, they're all single cell. Their cells are huge on death row. They have TVs, video games, whatever.
Well, actually, so did we even establish a timeline? So when did you start? Like what year?
2009 was when I started writing.
2009.
Yeah.
Jay, Kentucky death row sounds nicer than my house. Shit. Oh, Lord. That's fucking hilarious. Well, Dan, I have to go make another drink, dude. I'll be right back, bro.
Okay, cool. Well, let me pull up so I had another question written down. Let me see.
Let me put up the smoke screen.
Let's see. Okay, so I think this is a good one. So you've seen the interview side of a lot of convicted killers, and you've kind of had a personal look into their like a close look into their personalities, right? As you correspond with them. Does that do anything to like your trust for strangers because they're evil deep down? And did you even have like a rapport with them to where like you almost forgot that they were convicted killers?
So I don't trust people. They freak me out.
Even before this endeavor. Probably.
I mean, I'm
the same way. I'm the same way.
Yeah, I've really horrible anxiety and depression, and I'm just not a people person. And not that I'm socially inept or anything like that. I can clearly interact. It's just I don't leave my apartment much, and I don't like being around people. And
I'm very similar.
Yeah. I think it's just my personality. But yeah, this definitely opens you up to the, people are multifaceted, or they can be, and it you can't just go off of what people show you or give you, and it makes you kind of a little more hesitant to trust people and things like that. Because I've heard such gnarly shit, and just everything is not unbelievable. Like I've heard it all. So.
A word that I learned from a documentary on BTK that Stevie introduced me to recently is he calls it cubing. It's like the same thing as compartmentalizing like your different sort of personas, like what the killer versus the family man versus the friend versus the work, the employee. But he calls it cubing. Which side of the cube are you going to get? I thought that was super interesting. And I mean, the thing about BTK is I think he's an incredibly smart guy. Did you get that impression?
No.
I've
talked to a lot of really legit intelligent serial killers with genius IQs and the real deal, like insanely smart people. He was not one of them. He's not.
I think even Carrie says he's like in the 140s on his IQ.
He's a smart guy. He's not an idiot, but I mean, if it like, I can compare him to Rodney Alcala or Brian Dugan, other Ted Kaczynski, other people, and those are smart fucking people. He's he's a smart guy, but I don't think he's like exceptionally intelligent. He's not any sort of mastermind or
right.
I mean, he really
That's
didn't
super interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, they're very complex. I mean, it's hard to just say that because it sounds like I'm like calling him stupid and stuff like that. That's not the case. It's
no,
just
you're just not saying he's like at the genius level. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really they're so complex that it's really hard to break them down and do it in an intellectual way where I can make people grasp how complex they are. I don't know. I'm just
right. But he didn't strike you as like one of the most intelligent. That's crazy. Okay, that's interesting.
Which one are y'all talking about?
BTK.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, we've heard Carrie talk about him, and I think Carrie even is quoted to saying he's like a 140, or she thinks he's probably like a 140 something IQ.
He's not a dumbass.
And 140 something IQ is high. That's high IQ. But I mean, there's different types of intelligence too, right?
Right. And he's like Ted Bundy was not intelligent. A lot of people think Ted Bundy was intelligent.
Right.
Ted Bundy was a psychopath who learned to make people think he was intelligent, and so he learned.
Charismatic is really what he was.
Yeah, and he didn't do well in law school. He sucked shit in law school and things like that. But you learn some buzzwords and you get a little places and stuff like that, and you can shuffle and dance, and bam, people think you're a fucking smart, capable dude. When he wasn't, he was totally fucking the opposite. That's a psychopath, and BTK is not unlike that. Not to say Ted Bundy was a dumb guy. He wasn't a dumb guy, but he was not as smart.
Yeah, like there's different types of intelligence. Like I think being charismatic like that's another type of intelligence, to be able to play people. And the manipulation side of things, that's another type of intelligence.
Yeah,
to be able to play people is, I mean, even if you're not a fucking serial killer, that works in real life. You know what I mean? Like getting the job that you want, or getting the girlfriend that you want, even. Like those, even though there's psychopathic tendencies there, probably, right? That's how the world works. Like you see that shit everywhere.
So to kind of lend credence to what you're saying, there's a serial killer. He's dead now. His name was Tommy Lynn Sells, and some people may know him, some people may not. I think he's very prolific. I think he's killed over 50 people. He had a low IQ. I think his IQ was almost mentally handicapped. Like stupid fucking guy. Hey, there he is. So stupid ass guy, but was a very good serial killer, and he understood how to be a serial killer. And he would say like, how do you get away with this? You go somewhere, you kill somebody, and then you go be somewhere else. You get the hell out of that town, and then police don't know who they're looking for because you're a ghost. Like he understood these concepts and stuff. Like you're saying, that's a form of intelligence. He was a fucking dumb guy. He almost like his IQ like probably wasn't higher than 80.
He probably had street smarts enough to like he knew how maybe law enforcement worked. He
does
knew
sort of look
something,
like Danny Masters.
Right?
He figured it out.
The hell? He does look like Hod, right?
Yeah, he really does. Yeah, I can see it.
But yeah, just like you were saying, and that's the thing is they figure it out. Whatever it is, that's just how they operate.
Yeah, I find that very interesting.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, Russ. I haven't seen Russ in a little while.
I ain't seen Russ in a while either. Hope he's doing good.
Oh, yeah. Russ is one of our infamous call-ins. We've only done maybe 3 call-in shows out of I have no idea how many shows we've done, how many Feral Fridays we've done, but we had probably 3 call-in shows.
This is the 300th show.
But Russ called in and he was an immediate fan favorite.
He was amazing.
He
telling us
fucking
stories
killed it.
about doing acid in Los Angeles in the early '80s, going to these
I like him
crazy
already.
rock shows. Dude, he was amazing.
He
we
was
just
amazing.
couldn't. We just kept him on the phone. We are like, all right, dude, just tell us about this Motley Crue show in '84. Like, dude, it was fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
He knows his shit. But yeah, don't see him in the chat very often. He seems like he's lived quite the life, though. There
He's a trucker, I believe, right? So he's probably doesn't have time to jump in too often.
Well, thanks for jumping in, Russ.
he picked a good night, actually.
Yeah.
That's what he did. And then
I
let me go
hope
up
I'm
top
keeping you
here just
entertained.
real quick. I just want to call this out. Missy Mayhem just gifted out a membership. First of all, welcome, aspiring court reporter who's going to pick that thing up. And let me hit you with a little boom.
Oh, aspiring court
Appreciate
reporter
that.
is always in here as well. So
That's a perfect one.
awesome for her to get that.
Hell yeah. Hit you with a little ODB and a little Biggie.
Do we need to bring back call-ins?
Call-ins returning. We ain't done those
man.
in a while, man. Those get kind of
Actually,
crazy.
the reason we stopped is because we fucked up the tech. Like we couldn't figure out how to make it work. We made it work like 2 nights, and then we fucked it up. We couldn't figure out how to make it work again. So
Hey, you don't need to make it work. Just fit
Right.
Yeah, this is the way we
We just
went.
gave
We
up
just
on
went
it.
on the
with
fly.
flow.
Just go on the fly. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
Right,
like, man,
yeah.
you're just gonna come on the show. No more call-ins. You gotta come on.
send them well, now we have a single link method for guests on the show. So
I'm going to give out the password.
Oh God, no!
oh,
They'll never
shit.
figure it out.
Don't do it.
They'll never figure it out.
They're so. I just want to say they were so fucking worried about Jay hijacking the show.
Jamie
Stevie's saying they'll never figure it out is already too much information.
Oh Lord.
And to be honest, me saying that may have thrown them off the trail. a little bit.
It's at least 40 characters. I'll just say that.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, at least.
It rhymes with free.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Let's
We're
go.
about.
Who
Everybody's
wants to
about
hack
to
this
jump.
son of a bitch? Let's go.
Are you
Come
going?
in here. You want to hack this?
Dude. Stevie, please tell me you're looking at the comments. Holy
I
shit.
am.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna say it because somebody in the comments is on
Wait,
is on
you know what?
track.
They can't hack the stream. They'd have to get the original link.
Oh, I can give them that.
Oh God!
Just put it in the chat.
He's gonna fucking sabotage the show.
Oh God! It's all coming down.
It's gonna be
I told
mayhem.
you this would
Everybody's
be
gonna
fun.
come on.
Jay has moles.
Ugh,
That's amazing.
I'm crying.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
There we go.
dude.
Who's your favorite wrestler from Jay? We were talking about a little wrestling before we jumped on here. And
I
everyone
gotta
knows
get
I'm a
another
big
beer.
wrestling
I'll be right
fan.
back.
Yeah, who is your actual? If you said your favorite,
God, that is a fucking good question. Man, Jay put me on the fucking spot with this one.
dude, Jay'll do it.
I don't know. What?
It's hard to pick an overall favorite.
Yours is Terry Funk, huh?
Yeah, my overall all-time Terry Funk dude. I love Stan Hansen. I love Eddie Guerrero. Love Mick Foley.
Benoit. How
Sabu.
you feel about Benoit?
I like Chris Benoit as a wrestler. Yeah. But
Talented
no,
guy.
it's
huh?
sad. He was literally my two favorite wrestlers were Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. Like at that period, right?
Yeah, you picked just heartbreak.
Dude, the worst.
Total heartbreak.
And being a wrestling fan, do you remember that night though? Like the night that it happened with Benoit, and how at first Monday Night Raw that night they ran the show where it was like they were paying tribute to him, and then
yeah.
like. Dude, here's the thing. That night, I watched Raw. I got off work that night. I worked at a restaurant. Got off work. Got home. Watched that Raw. Sad as shit. Fuck, this sucks. Go to my buddy's house. You know, we're hanging out in the car doing probably nothing. And dude, we're listening to Coast AM. And one of the commercials on Coast AM was them like talking about how it was a murder suicide all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, I just watched the fucking Monday Night Raw and it was a tribute show. Like, what's happened in that time period? And dude, like there was like a brief moment where like nobody really knew. What do you think about that though? Do you know the story? I'm sure like there's some fucked up shit in that story like that don't really make a lot of sense.
No, it's weird, man. Did you see the Dark Side of the Ring episode on that?
I don't think it did. I don't.
You
think
got
it,
to.
Those fucked me up, man. I watched
You
the Owen
got
one
to.
and it fucked me up, but I'll probably do. It's a 2-parter, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Things
is.
will
It's
deep.
good though. Yeah, he had fucking brain damage and like,
Which
yeah,
could account for the weird shit, right?
substance abuse, brain damage. He had, you know, like, yeah.
Because, like, I mean, you know, if you want to, being a wrestling fan, of course, there's always I'm not going to name any weird names because there's some wild ones out there. But, you know, just to say in general, if this man didn't do it himself, did somebody come in and do this and set this up to look like that? Do you think there's any credence to that whatsoever?
No.
Not even going down the crazy conspiracy of like who did it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking if actual criminals wanted to fuck this family up or whatever it was for. I'd have to look deeper. I don't think anything was actually stolen. That would be a part of it.
I don't think so.
But there's some wild stories out there. I mean,
yeah, I mean, who knows? But it just seems like he freaked out, and
I think honestly, I think that at the end, and I think the brain damage is what. So the weirdest part to me is like,
and he was super depressed about Eddie Guerrero dying. Like it fucked him up really bad.
Absolutely, that's true. So like, what is it? They said that Jackass was playing like on the television set or like the menu screen of Jackass. Everyone
something
said
like that. Yeah.
Said that he didn't like that shit. Right? He never watched that stuff. There's beer cans surrounding his body of him hanging. He didn't drink. In the Bible stuff, and they said he isn't religious. What if that shit is at least weird though?
How big of a
super
coincidence? How big of a coincidence is it that somebody altered the wiki for Chris Benoit,
dude,
when he didn't show up? He didn't show up for the event, and somebody put on his wiki that he was dead.
That's weird.
That night. That's fucking weird,
dude.
And the FBI investigated that dude. Like they found out who it was. They investigated him, and it was just a fucking like he just
like a weird coincidence.
Weird coincidence.
But I believe it because it's like, you know, because at that time, you know, Wikipedia was somewhat new and people were fucking with it all the time and stuff. But
it's so insane. And like you look at cases today, right? Cases like the Idaho 4 where all these insane theories come out. If something like that happened with like a case like this, people would run with it like crazy. And it would be the top fucking story, right? It blows my mind that something like coincidences do happen like that, you know?
Yeah,
they do.
You can't
actually. Like you look into some of these weird stories. How often do you find little things like that, dude? Like,
I just don't.
Happens.
A lot of people say I don't believe in coincidences. But
so I talked to a guy. He wanted to come on my show when I had it. I ended up not doing the interview with him, but he's in prison. I think he might be a 3-striker or something. He ended up stealing a car. It was some sort of sports car, and it turned out to be the car of the detective. I think his name was Reichert, who investigated the Green River killer case, and it's like just weird, you know. It's just like, I don't know. You're right, coincidences.
But yeah, what Dan said, you know, there's people that there's no such thing as coincidences, dude. They're happening all the fucking time.
They fucking
that's the shit that fucks me up just on the trippy side of just living life, bro. Like,
yeah,
dude, what happened to fucking day, Dan? What are we talking about last night on the stream with Jay? Randomly, we were talking about Power Ranger, those Transformer things, right?
Synchronicity,
bro. Randomly, just came up in the conversation today. Jay got a mail, like a box full of mail from somebody, from Donnie, from the chat,
which. He shipped 2 weeks ago.
A while ago, like not yesterday, right? So inside of this fucking package is a random Power Rangers Transformer.
No linkage whatsoever.
No link. Like there's no.
There's a conspiracy here.
Something's going on.
Wait, are Jay and Donnie in cahoots?
I think so.
Is Donnie a plant?
Something's.
Jay, you need to chime in.
Possibly.
Jay, you
got something's afoot.
Is Donnie a plant?
It's after 11.
I don't.
Probably passed out the phone in his hand. He's out cold.
I don't want to hear Jay's.
It's
I don't want to hear
11:30.
Jay's lies.
It's bedtime. Oh no,
he's here.
Jay is Donnie.
Son of a!
No, it's fucking crazy, though. It's fucking crazy. It really is.
Yeah.
But synchronicity happens to me all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And that synchronicity is basically a coincidence, right? It's the same fucking thing, kind of. Not exactly, but you can kind of relate the two. Because you think of something and like, all right, here's a synchronicity moment that I've mentioned on the show before. I swore up and down I've never seen a fucking raccoon personally in my life. I've seen videos of raccoons, but I've never seen one with my own two eyes, right? And then the next fucking day, I was telling somebody that you know what? I've never seen a raccoon before. Like, I've never actually seen a raccoon with my own two eyes. The next day, literally the next day, a raccoon runs up my driveway. The next fucking day, like right in front of me while I'm smoking a cigarette on my porch, it runs up my driveway.
See, I think you made all this up.
What the fuck is that?
I think none of this is true.
No, that's real. That's a real story.
No, I don't think so.
I swear to God,
I think you're trying to back up your own trying to lend credence to your own idea that there's all the synchronicity around.
You think that I have seen a raccoon maybe in the past and just didn't remember it?
Yeah, probably.
I think it's weird to live in West Virginia and not
That's
see
possible.
raccoons.
Yeah,
I am going to say that's possible.
What the fuck, Dan? Don't you live in West Virginia? I see raccoons.
Dude, I swear to God, dude.
I've seen a lot of raccoons in my life.
I couldn't think of a moment where I've seen a fucking raccoon.
I think I've hit it.
There's one right.
Well,
there's
that's
one
true.
behind you.
No,
right
dead
now,
ones.
Dan.
Yeah, I guess dead ones. Yeah, I'm talking about a live raccoon that's walking around.
You've seen it.
You see fucking roadkill raccoons all the time. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, see, I was taking roadkill into account too.
No, I'm not taking roadkill into account. I'm talking about a live raccoon that's walking around.
It was there.
You're right. That's true.
I would have taken that into account, but I've never actually seen a raccoon just chilling and hanging out. Honestly,
my thought process
was thinking about it.
When I was
I've never seen a
ones.
Bigfoot or like a werewolf.
I've never seen a dead Bigfoot. I've seen dead raccoons.
I've seen live Bigfoots. I've never seen a dead Bigfoot.
The point that I was making was that I had never seen a live raccoon like walking around in front of me with my own two eyes. I've seen plenty of videos of raccoons.
Now that you're saying that, I've seen dead raccoons. I've never actually seen a live raccoon.
Boom, baby!
I mean, definitely not. Like,
dude, Stevie.
Unless you're outside waiting for them to come into your trash, maybe they're night creatures. They're not hanging out in the day anyways, unless they have rabies. Yes,
exactly. They only come out at night.
So I was taking that as what your point was actually.
They're nocturnal creatures.
I've killed plenty of raccoons in my life. I'm a serial killer of raccoons, 100%.
So Stevie, my second fucking raccoon that I've ever seen was like just a couple of days ago, and this scared the shit out of me. I was going through Burger King drive-thru in Virginia, you know, the one in Virginia, the Burger King there.
Yeah.
They got the fucking trash can where you can throw your shit away after you go through the drive-thru.
Same trash can all the time. I'm just like, bam.
Dude, I started to throw my stuff away and I saw it was pretty packed up, right? Like there was a lot of trash in there. And I saw the trash move. I was like, whoa. It made me jerk back. I was like, what's going on? And then I just went for it, and a fucking raccoon comes out of the trash can right in my face, dude.
Holy shit, that's crazy as fuck.
Right in my face. And
that was daytime?
No, this is nighttime. He doesn't like jump through my window, but he like crawls over the top of the trash can and like scurries away. But dude, it scared the shit out of me because I didn't expect a fucking raccoon face to come out of the edge of that. You guys know what Burger King trash cans look like? They got like the cone coming off the trash can, so that like you could easily like throw your trash in there.
So the raccoons can get in easily.
He just like popped out, dude.
It's like a slide.
It scared me to death.
Yeah, it's like a playground for raccoons.
To Jay's point here, yes, we know the one Burger King in West Virginia. No, why Dan said it like that? He said Virginia also. We live right on the state line. Like there's the one on the Virginia side or the one on the West Virginia side. So yeah, the one on the Virginia side.
So you guys are like total hillbillies.
Appalachia, baby. Absolutely.
We can cross from Virginia to West Virginia like in an instant, yeah.
Yeah, but that's like crossing worlds, you know.
Yeah, well, the area is the same.
Not really,
the area is
like
the same.
South
West
Virginia is what.
Dude, pills are rampant over here.
I believe
you can get Northern Virginia becomes a little bit more, uppity, but down in this part of Virginia, where we're actually from, is still just
everybody's bad about that Richmond from Richmond song, so everybody knows about
Methville. You're gonna get robbed. Virginia's huge, man. West Virginia's pretty small, but this.
But yeah, we live right on the border. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That doesn't make.
I try not to dox us, but I do. We.
No, you can't. There's.
Yeah.
You're West Virginia folk, and it is.
Well,
what it is,
I'm gonna play it because we're in West Virginia, and I don't know if y'all know this or not. So we could get doxxed all day.
This is gun country.
Oh yeah,
Gun
fucking
country,
Seabolt. Seabolt
Find
was
out,
in front
West
of me.
Virginia,
Seabolt was in front of me at that same Burger King one time, and fucking paid for my food. You know the pay it forward deal where you just like pay for the person behind you.
Just stiff the person behind you.
He paid for my. You know what?
Did you keep it going?
You drove up there. No, you drove there. You go. I'm not paying for shit.
I have never done it myself.
That day you didn't?
No.
That would have been an opportunity. The guy in front of you paid it.
Dude, I've had that done to me twice now in my lifetime. I've had that done twice to me, and I've never paid it forward.
You just go, no, thanks for my food, and drive off.
I do need to at some point.
I think I would have paid.
I don't think you have to do it right then. I think you need to do it like when you feel.
No, you got to keep the chain. You got to keep the chain going. Yeah. But here's the thing.
It's a giving thing.
If you break the chain, when the next person comes up, do they go, "Oh, that guy was supposed to pay for your stuff, but he decided to break the chain and not, pay it forward"? And they're just like that.
I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit.
They're like, "Is that right?" And then they follow you home.
But somebody has to start it. So what if I started a chain? Then that means
you were the one giving it.
But I could in the future.
You'll never start a chain. What are you talking about?
I might. You don't know
only
that.
benefit from the chain. You only take from the chain. That's your problem.
Ellie's like, it's not a chain. I'll just take it. Oh shit! He's got some supporters. Emily's like, you're not wrong. I didn't ask for this. I'm gonna take it and go, baby.
No, she said you're doing it wrong.
Oh shit! Oh, I read that wrong. Sorry, my bad. I thought
nobody's on my side.
Nobody's on
the side of darkness, which is Dan's side.
I'm a terrible person.
Passing it forward. These people.
But the way I think of it is, in the future, I can start the chain, and that still continues. Like that counts as paying it forward, right? Seabolt says employees hate it, so I'm doing Burger King a favor.
Yeah, don't do that shit.
Bro.
Oh, you're right. You're right. No, and I understand that, but also my thinking is that I can do it in the future, and it still counts. Like I can start the chain. Dude, actually, I have a story. Listen to this. I have a fucking story. So I went to fucking Burger King one time. The same Burger King that Seabolt paid for my fucking food at, and dude, they fucked up my order, right? Like they were charging me for the order behind me, and they already ran it and everything. And I was like, well, hang on, no, I didn't. And they gave me they skipped an order basically. I was like, well, this is not my food, blah blah blah. And they were it was like a new girl, and she didn't know how to fix it, so she was having a lot of trouble. And I literally said, and the manager came up, and I literally told him, I was like, dude, I have no problem paying for their food. Like, I'll just pay for their food. Just give me, like, I'll pay for mine, and let's just get this over with, right? Like, because they were taking a long time. That was the problem. I literally offered to pay for the person behind me's food. He said, no, that's not right. That's not right. We ain't going to do that. And I told him 3 times at least, dude, I have no problem paying for their food. He wouldn't let me do it, dude. I swear to God, he wouldn't let me do it.
That's weird. I don't know.
And I tried. I really did try. But honestly,
$20 one time.
One day I'll pay it forward. I'll pay it forward one day.
You better, bro. It's karma.
He's gonna throw a raccoon into the drive-through window, and
yeah. I don't think Dan's coming back.
Everybody hates me now because I don't pay it forward. Fucking Seabolt brought it up that he paid for my food, and I didn't keep it going.
You turned heel real quick in this.
I don't think of it as a chain. I don't think of it as a chain. I think of it as like I'll just do it another time.
You're making it worse.
What if the guy behind me has a $30 order?
Chris,
that's your problem, not his.
Chris has interviewed killers who have kept the chain going.
And I'm the worst guy. I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
P Fox, thank you so much for $10. Let's start the chain, baby. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna hit you with one of these guys right here.
I'm officially the worst guy Chris has interviewed.
Biggest scumbag on the planet.
All right, let's calm down. Let's not get this.
Whoa.
Let's not make a meme out of this.
Oh, dude, it's already a meme. It's,
Scumbag.
oh,
I
it's
know. I've already
It's circulating.
I dug too deep.
Can I say that?
Yep.
Dan's a fantastic
Son of a
man.
bitch.
Dan's a fantastic man. Can Alan Partridge save it? I don't think so.
Yeah, just listen to Alan Partridge. You don't have to. Don't listen to anything else you've heard in the last 5 minutes.
Don't
listen to Alan Partridge.
To Dan. Whatever
Don't listen
you
to
do.
Dan.
Yeah.
Listen
Missy
to Alan.
knows. Missy knows.
Oh man, that's a great question.
Damn.
Oh god.
That is a good one, Missy.
How many people can I have in it? What's the cutoff?
I don't know. 3, 5.
3, 5, 10.
Yeah, we
What
got to
are
make a
doing?
cutoff. You
How
don't want
big?
too many heads on.
How big's
Sure.
the blunt? You know.
Let's do 3. Let's do 3. I think that's top 3.
All right, top 3. God damn.
Happy anniversary, Kaylin.
Also,
Okay,
thank you for
so
changing the subject.
I would say I'm really into geopolitics and like terrorism and counterterrorism lately. I would say Peter Bergen. He seems like a really cool dude to smoke a blunt with.
Googling him.
Oh, dude, he's like one of the smartest like people in the world when it comes to like the war on terror and Al Qaeda and Taliban and counterterrorism and Bin Laden and all that. Like he knows so much like cool shit.
Cool, nice. I got him up here. Sweet. I'll look into this dude.
Yeah, he's got really cool books and stuff. Louis Theroux.
Okay, yeah, I know who that is. He has dank ass interviews. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah.
That dude rules. Number 3. Oh man, I don't even know.
Jay said is a raccoon in the rotation.
it could be.
Hey, you got to throw a killer in the rotation.
Oh, damn, dude.
There's no killers I want to
No killers getting
hang out and smoke a blunt. You know, fuck no.
Nah, that would be fucked
Fuck
up.
no.
God, them fuck they just get their fucking lips all over that shit. No good.
I know. Guys, like, fucking
You take your weirdo serial killer lips, you get out of here, bro.
nasty gooing up the blunt with their serial killer spit. Yeah, I don't know about a third one. Maybe like so back to the wrestler thing. I think my favorite wrestler, I'd have to go with Shawn Michaels.
Oh shit, nice. Yeah, bro.
So just because I never answered that and I
Great
didn't
match
want to leave
machine.
Jay hanging. This is how much my brain goes. I've been thinking about this the whole time.
That's
and
a
then,
good one, bro. Nah, Shawn
thank you.
Michaels.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Great matches.
Third one for the blunt rotation. Probably, I don't know, like Kenny Loggins or something. I don't know who the fuck, or Michael Bolton, or like I don't know.
Just a dope ass musician.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
Kenny Loggins.
what-
Yeah, keep Kenny Loggins. I don't know, shit. Michael Bolton probably has
No, that
some
would be
crazy
dope.
ass stories,
Oh,
bro.
dude.
Probably,
Sure.
No, you kind of have to think about it like that.
dude. That dude having that long hair like that, he's seen some shit.
I have to show you guys this real quick. So before we went live here, Keystone Pirate made this right here, and it's awesome.
Oh, whoa.
Nasty Boys being managed by
Holy shit.
with our heads on them.
That is
Think is
sick,
that?
dude. Oh, he took the picture from last night's stream.
That's so funny.
My long hair picture.
That's right. That's right. Your hair is crazy.
Wow, that's amazing, dude.
That rules. Had to show that off.
I think I'm Knobs, right?
You are not. Yeah, I'm
Gotta be.
Sags. Yeah. Chris is Jimmy Hart.
That's amazing, dude.
Oh, so Jimmy Hart.
Wait, that was Chris?
Yeah,
So we're
Chris's
still-
head was on Jimmy Hart.
Oh, can I see it again?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
It's the hair. The hair. I didn't know who it was.
Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart actually ran a
That's
bar.
amazing.
He ran a bar the next county over from me, and it was like full of all this old wrestling memorabilia and shit. It was so fucking cool. He had a big pink Cadillac with like him, like a little cartoon Jimmy Hart on the side out front. It was so awesome.
Oh man, that
Whoa.
ruled, dude. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that they're kind of in
That's
that
sick.
area.
Yeah,
Jimmy
yeah.
Hart's still alive, and he's got to be 90.
Dude, he's so old.
Yeah, how old
Dude, he
is that
had
guy?
a band in the '60s that were like had a #1 single in the U.S.
Yeah.
Like, before he was even in wrestling. Like, he's old.
Yeah, that
He's
dude's
79.
like,
79. He's old.
I was about
I
to
thought he
say
was
he's
old
like
as
got to be
shit.
pushing 80. Yeah.
I did think he was a little older, but that's still old as fuck. Man, he's had a life.
Dude, I bet he looks rough. 80
No.
years old? He's got to
No,
look.
he looks
he got
literally
dead.
the same, bro.
There's no way he looks the same.
He
He
still
looks
does
like he did when he was
appearances for
40.
WWE. He looks the
Yeah.
same.
That
Like,
guy looks fucking great.
he
Wow.
still hits the road. He's not even done.
What a fucking baller, dude. 80 years old?
So
That's crazy, man. That's unbelievable, actually.
did you? I know Dan saw some of the episodes. Do you remember that show? It was a random. It was on like as soon as the network first started. It was the one where they
The
did
Legends House?
Yeah, man.
That
love
was
it.
so
I
fun,
like
dude.
that too.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh my
remember
god.
how weird Jimmy Hart was though? Like he only
Yeah.
ate like
Yeah.
Beans and potatoes.
Yeah. It was so weird.
he's like,
Yeah,
I'll just take my
weird
beans and
guy.
potatoes
Dude.
over here.
That was like the best fucking thing WWE's done in a long. Like that was amazing.
I know, it
dude.
was so good. They said they couldn't make anymore because it was too expensive.
Oh, it
man.
was so fucking.
They should've
How was
done
that too expensive?
Apparently,
guess-
it's super
I guess they-
expensive. You got
I
to
guess
rent
it
a
didn't get
mansion
views.
and-
Yeah.
Well, no, I think so. It's just like they said, like you got to like rent a mansion, hook it up with cameras, take them to do all these fucking activities.
They got
and
money
all
for that though.
and you got to
know?
pay. I know, but like for some reason it was too. Maybe because it was
It,
like
it was the return on equity, right? They didn't have enough. They
think
weren't
so.
making enough versus
right. That's what I think it is. I would love it if they did it again now. They definitely have the fucking
Fuck
money.
Dude.
yeah, Threads.
Oh my god, dude, that was the best.
Yo, Threads.
And that was when the network-
Bruiser reference. Fuck yeah.
That was when the network first came out, and that
Yeah.
hooked me. I was like, dude, if they have shit like this
It
happening,
was fun, man.
I'm in. Right?
it was
and
super
both those guys are
entertaining.
gone now. Hillbilly Jim, Tony Atlas, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Roddy Piper.
Pat Patterson.
Pat
Yeah.
Patterson was on there. That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm missing
Dude,
somebody.
watching the old school guys, just
Tony
the way,
Atlas.
like
Tony
they're
Atlas was on there. Yeah.
so fucking funny and like charismatic, like just the way they interact
Hacksaw
with each
was
other.
a comedian, right? Like he
Dude,
was
right?
so
Like-
funny. Him and Piper, which I've always loved Piper being.
Dude, Hacksaw
Imagine.
was recently in the news for defending his house against an intruder.
I saw that shit.
What?
Did you
And
see that one,
he
Chris?
was fucking like, it was just like he was cutting a promo. Like he was so entertaining, just being on the news talking about this guy breaking into his house.
So,
Like,
I kind of remember the story.
There-
This guy was
well,
running
you could
from
probably
some people.
play it.
I probably
I'm
could
sure
find it.
you
It was
could
on
play
Fox News. He got interviewed, I believe it was Tucker Carlson. But
dude, he was
when he was
so,
still on
like,
Fox. But
Just the way he talked about it, like you can just—he's a special human being.
but
When
Like
somebody-
was this?
nobody can do on camera what like
let me
Hacksaw
find
can
it.
do.
Let me
It's
find it.
unbelievable.
Did you hold on? Did you guys see the new episode of, or the last episode of Dark Side of the Ring about Marty Jannetty?
I didn't see that
No,
one. No.
I haven't seen it.
Marty Jannetty may have fucking killed a man when he was 13.
Oh, I did. I know
did
that.
know that,
I know
though.
that. Yeah.
I
So he
did know
talks
that.
about it more, and then they talk to other people who were saying like, yeah, he told me that
hardcore
in the
denies it,
90s.
right?
No,
He
he
doesn't?
played. No, so so this is what's really interesting is that they did in the interview what I've done with several killers who don't want to talk about their case or admit guilt or something like that. They kind of speak in, we kind of work out this like hypothetical, scenario type thing. And the interviewers on Dark Side of the Ring did that with Marty Jannetty. They're like, so if this, hypothetically did happen, how did this happen? And they took him back to the bowling alley allegedly where this happened.
Oh shit!
And,
No,
and
I
they
gotta
had
watch
him.
that.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like he may or may not have like killed that dude. I'm not convinced either way.
I know the story, and like from the sides of the story that I've heard, I was pretty convinced that he definitely did this.
It's a definite maybe for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought that he would like hardcore denied it. Like he didn't want to talk about it. But what you're saying is they kind of manipulated him into talking about it, right?
No, he talked about it. It's just like
I remember that originally came out during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember making a meme. I made the Anchorman meme. Marty killed a guy today.
Right.
Holy fuck, that's good.
Dude.
Did you find the Jim
I like
Duggan
Marty
interview?
Jannetty. I mean, he's probably a piece of shit, but I liked Marty in wrestling.
He's
I
definitely
liked
a
the
piece of
Rockers,
shit.
But
Yeah, the Rockers.
I got to separate it the Benoit thing. I'll watch a Benoit match, but I know he's trash. I mean,
Since we're talking about rest, like Jimmy Snuka killed his girlfriend, and like,
When they started actually getting him, he was kind of in the dementia phases, and it was kind of sad. But yeah, I mean, I think he was probably a piece of shit too. I mean, he probably did kill this girl.
Yeah, I mean, it really does look like it. Yeah,
wrestlers are. I mean, even speaking of Pat Patterson, there's horror stories of Pat. I mean, being really manipulative, and even funnier than that, there was a shoot interview with Roddy Piper where he's talking about when he was first breaking into the business when he was young, well before he was really Roddy Piper. A veteran, Pat Patterson, fondled him in a locker room, and then if you think about those two were together in Legend House, like that's fucking crazy. Like
that's pretty weird.
Well, that's fucked up. That's like
there's a shoot interview with Piper saying that, like, and I mean I like Piper. I don't think he would be lying, but
dude, I mean there's so many allegations against Pat Patterson. He was able to ride his career out to the end. That's so fucking crazy.
I know, dude. He did. He even got he still gets praised.
Yeah, and there's enough accusations to where it's like, okay, like
there's some real evil in the world that happens that goes completely unpunished.
Totally swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Did you send me something, Dan?
I sent you that Jim Duggan interview.
Oh, I got it. Yeah.
It was Tucker Carlson, by the way.
Yeah, let me pull that over. We'll watch a little bit of it.
He's so charismatic, man.
This was recent.
It wasn't that long ago.
I mean, I know Tucker ain't been gone that long. It was December 21st, 2022. So not a year yet.
Yeah.
But it's just like, what the fuck?
Get Jim Duggan, though. Focus on Jim. He's he's just like, he's the funnest guy ever.
Wrestling, Jim Duggan. He is a legend. He won the first ever Royal Rumble in WWE history back in 1988. So you watch him on TV, you think, that man looks pretty tough, but is he really tough? I mean, it's kind of an act, right? What is he really like? Well, now we know. Earlier this month, Duggan was with his wife
just because he's
at
gigantic
home
doesn't mean anything.
in the country in South Carolina. They heard a man banging on the door. Then the man burst inside Duggan's home, said he was going to trying to hide from other people who were trying to kill him. So Duggan grabbed the man and threw him back out on the porch and then got his .44 Magnum and waited until police arrived. Kind of an amazing story. An American defending his home on his own without federal assistance. Jim Duggan joins us to go through what happened. Jim, I appreciate your coming on, Jim. Thank you. So I don't know if I characterized that exactly right. Tell us what happened.
Tucker, thank you. My pleasure to be here. Yeah, but pretty much, we live out in the country. We're on a dirt road. I've got about 10 acres. Everything is fenced in. We got a big gate. So we leave the door open most of the time to let the dogs and the cats in and out, during the evening. So I'm sitting there watching TV. All of a sudden, a pounding on the door. I jump up. As I get to the doors burst open. This guy falls in because there's a step to get into my house. He falls in. And I switch back to the old time days. I'm like, ah! I grab him. I throw him out on the front porch, and I say, spread eagle on the porch. And I reach in, and of all the guns to have inside, I use it to scare off the coyotes and foxes from my ducks and chickens. There's a .44 Magnum. I got the .44 Magnum. It's a pretty intimidating gun, and I got him down on the ground at spread eagle, and he's screaming, help me, they're trying to kill me. So now I'm thinking, well, this is not a home invasion, because I first checked the back door to make sure nobody else was coming in. That was my first impression. It was a home invasion.
Yeah.
So I saw nobody else come in, and I pushed him down. He's screaming, other guys are coming to kill him. I can hear people out on the dirt road yelling, we're going to get you. So I had my wife turn off all the Christmas lights, where I'm backlit. I'm holding them down. I got my gun. I said, nobody knows we're up here. Just be quiet. And my wife, God bless, she's on the phone with 911, almost in hysterics. Her blood pressure was way up, and she said, send the fire department, send the ambulance, send everybody. So all the Kershaw County Sheriff's Department, they were great. They responded. But I tell you what, Tucker, as quick as it happened, it wasn't quick enough. People aren't happy to see a cop until you need one, buddy. And I'm standing there on the porch with a gun in my hand, two men out there yelling. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they have guns, of what this guy brought to my house. So I'm waiting for the police. When I first saw those blue lights, I was a happy man.
He must have been a little surprised that he broke into
so
your house of all people's house.
What a badass. He told that story like a promo.
He's like, holy shit, it's Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Dude, what the fuck?
He told that story like it was a promo, dude.
He loves the camera.
He does.
He
You
killed
can
it,
tell
dude.
he's just like so comfortable in front of the camera.
Amazing, dude.
I could
Yeah,
never be
XL
like
is
that.
one of the best of all
If
time.
you watch
for sure.
Pro
I know,
Wrestling,
right?
you know Jim Duggan.
Tucker
Yeah,
Carlson
one of the guests
talks
that we
like a
have.
fucking dickhead.
One of the guests that we have on all the time is Bob Mata. Dude, he's kind of like Jim Duggan there.
That
Like,
dude
he
is
can
hilarious.
just fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
He'll just like you get him on one subject and he'll go an hour.
Yeah.
Like he could take the whole show easy. You don't even
He's
have to
a-
like
Reel
work.
him in.
He's engaging though, you know. That's
He's charismatic, dude.
Like, yeah. Like I can't talk
was-
like that.
I
you
can't
know?
either.
Built
It's
for
insane.
this, dude.
But he's a lawyer, and that's kind of what their
Yeah.
job is too, right? But
Basically,
it's amazing. It's
talk circles
fascinating.
around everybody.
Yeah, it's fascinating to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
definitely.
true, right? He's incredibly smart, right? He's
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
he can talk circles around you as well.
yeah,
Yep.
smart dude, the funny dude.
Like you're not. I don't think you're winning a
Funny.
debate. You're not winning a debate with him. You know.
No, he knows his shit. You know, I'm not trying to get in any sort of
No.
any sort of
No.
yeah anything
way.
where I have to think against Bob Mata. I'm fucking
Right. Yep. Like I'm happy that he's on our good side. Like he's
out.
not arguing with us. You know. He comes on as a fun guest.
I don't know him, but hey, Bob, I like you. Don't fucking come after me as a lawyer.
He's so
Like,
fun, man. He's so chill.
I'm gonna have to clip that and send it to Bob.
I could probably beat him up, but like,
Oh shit.
but yeah, no, it doesn't make him. That doesn't make him not smarter. He's still smarter than me. So
Yeah.
what am I gonna do? You know,
Love Bob.
Bob Mata would sue the fuck out of me if I even like.
He
came
would know
here.
exactly how to sue.
I
him,
know.
like,
What am I gonna
stick.
do?
He's like, I know where
I'm
we're
gonna
going
beat
with
Bob
this.
Mata up so he can take everything I own. Oh yeah, good plan. Like that's how I get Bob Mata.
Yeah.
What are we saying here? Jim Duggan would be an amazing guest. We could talk great stories.
Oh my God! If we got Jim Duggan,
Duggan on
that would
Pro
be
Friday.
the end of our fucking career. Like that would be the pinnacle. If we got fucking Jim Duggan on here, we would be done.
Yeah,
Like-
those.
Yeah, I met Jim
Career
Duggan
over.
one time, and he was nice as fuck, dude. He was super cool.
You guys
It was
can
just a
have
wrestling
him
show, but-
come on and do your first Subway read. And they start to advertise.
That first, yeah.
That
Because
first-
if we got Duggan, we've got Subway as a sponsor for sure.
Yeah, it's given. They'll come begging for let us get some of that Duggan time.
I've yeah, that Duggan time. I've seen a couple of tweets after that little rant tagging Subway. Maybe they'll catch on and they'll see what's up over here.
That'd be
They'll
sweet.
like, yeah,
It's gonna happen.
maybe we could
The
sponsor.
synchronicity. The synchronicity is too strong.
There it is. Thank you, Chris. Bringing it back to the synchronicity.
full on back, baby. We like to bring it back full circle.
But yeah, maybe they'll want to sponsor these foul-mouthed, drunken boys.
Just for the cookies.
That fits there.
They're like,
yeah.
you can't talk about any of our other food, just the cookies.
Like every one
Just
of their
the
actual
cookies.
commercials is just like professional athletes. Like
Man, they got like a
stars.
They got their
And
whole
us.
fucking menu has changed into like these wild sandwiches that I don't even pay
They
attention to.
changed the name
I
of
don't
the
even know what they
melt
are.
to the American Club.
They destroyed. They fucking destroyed the chicken teriyaki. They
Yeah,
killed
they
it.
did.
They killed the chicken teriyaki.
So maybe we're not going to get sponsorships. We're coming
Oh,
out.
you just
I'm-
fucking blew it. Way
It's
to
all
go.
not a
I,
fan.
Never mind.
I built
Dan-
this up
Dan's
for you.
always
and
fucking
Dan
up
just
over here.
fucking shit on
That's
it.
right.
I don't pay it
helping us
for.
out.
I'm
Dan
hating
fucked
on
us.
Subway.
We had them. We had them. They were coming.
Dan had a
Gosh.
few too many beers, and he's shitting on Subway.
He was like, yeah, that would be great if we could get Duggan and Subway. By the way, Duggan and Subway fucking suck.
I don't know if you saw the second part of that interview. Switched up quite, dude.
It's
Significantly.
the beauty of editing. Just clip out that part.
This is
I'm just
live.
being
It's out
honest.
there.
You can clip it. They're not going to watch the whole live.
I like doing
we're
the live now.
what are we? We're
Yeah.
an hour and a half
Subway-
in.
The Subway execs got way more important shit to do.
Oh Lord.
They're not watching the whole live. Just
Joanne,
clip out.
Dan, the
clip out
food truck
the
guy.
They're trying to
Cut
trying to
out.
stay in business right now.
I may have had a few too many tonight. I may have gotten a little wild.
Dan's going over the line, baby.
Woo.
I love it.
Carney Dan.
Stevie's gonna have to put the compressor on because I might get loud.
Nah, Chris, dude, thank you first of all, bro, for coming on here, man. This has been dank as hell. Hopefully you'll want to come back and chill. Like, I mean, again, man, this was fun as hell.
Yeah. I mean, you guys know where to find me.
Hell
and,
yeah, nice.
Thank you for inviting me and letting me come on and hang out with you guys and all your lovely everybody in the chat and everybody interacting and
I think
watching
everybody loved
and
you
stuff.
too.
I appreciate it, and everybody was super cool. So thank you everybody for making this cool for me. And
yeah, you fit the vibe, man. You like it works.
You're so fun. Yeah, like I know it's gonna be fun to talk to you, dude.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun. So we'll do it again for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Boom. We'll get one scheduled up.
And even like just talking about random shit. We might be talking about aliens or something. We might have you on. That would be fun.
Whatever.
Are you into that kind of stuff, like ancient aliens or like stuff like that?
I can be. I mean, the galaxy's pretty fucking big, and I got an open mind. So
nice.
But you've got
we do that stuff though. Yeah. We've done some time travel shows. We've done.
I mean, we had Bob on for like an Idaho show, and then we started talking about aliens or something briefly, and he was like, "Oh, I have a lot of opinions on aliens." And then we brought him on for a Feral Friday.
Yeah, we had the defense attorney Bob Ma on for an AI alien discussion.
Yeah,
we didn't even have him on to talk about law at all.
Like nothing to do with law.
Yeah.
And it was one of the funnest episodes. So.
Oh, that's great.
Real quick, hold up. Creed 64, right before we end this son of a bitch, going to come through. Let me make sure I got the soundbite up. You guys have me rolling. Well, hell yeah. Give me the loop. Give me the loop. I like that here. Love it. Thank you so much, Creed 64. OG. She's been around forever. Killing it out here. Thank you so much. Hope everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for hanging out this late, first of all, and hope y'all have a good weekend. P Fox, I don't think Chris is really doing much right now. Do you want to promote the Twitter or? No, he's good. He's good. He's just chilling, guys.
I'm cool. Yeah, if you guys want to find me on Twitter, you can find me.
I can put the link in the description. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
cool.
But hanging out.
He's here to hang, baby. Yeah, but your opinions will.
No projects in motion at the
I ain't trying to sell anyone anything. I'm just a stay-at-home dad these days, and I'm hanging out, and you two lovely gentlemen were kind of
that's even
me on and just hang out, so I appreciate it.
That's what makes this a little bit more special. Is you're not even here to promote anything. You're just here literally to just hang out with us. Like that's really cool. Honestly, we appreciate that severely. Like that's amazing. Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, thank you very much. I'm going to close this thing up. As you guys head out the door, please hit the like. You will see me again. You won't see Dan, the bastard. You'll see me Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time for Murder Church. And we're going to go to about, hold on real quick. I do want to make sure that this is going to be going to Jay's stream that you're going to get portaled out of this stream. Yeah, let me set that up. It'll take 2 seconds. To his stream immediately after Murder Church. Hold on.
One day I'm going to sneak into Murder Church. I'm going to sneak in.
You got to come through there.
I'm going to sneak in and sit in the pews. Nobody's even going to know I'm there. I might even make a new account and just fake it. Just like be like a little lurker in the background.
Yeah, Sunday.
You all don't even know it's Dan.
Immediately after Murder Church, Jay and Shannon have an insane stream. They're going to be doing a Rex Heuermann Lisk update. Long Island serial killer. They're going to have Joe and Mac on there, and it's going to be a good one, guys. You guys do not want to miss that. You're going to get portaled immediately out of this into that stream. So when you get there, hit the like, let them know that we sent you, and I will see you Sunday morning, Dan. We'll see you in about a week.
Thursday night.
About a week.
Thursday night.
Chris, dude, thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, Chris, thank you so much.
Later,
You're
guys.
amazing.
Let me get the portal.